Hello, hi Facebook, I'm live. Today we are going to be talking about the drop the struggle and step into abundance. I am going to do some invites. And then I will, I'm just giving a minute to do the invite. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to, I've already done that invite. All right, so I'm going to go into my Instagram now. I am simulcasting, so that's gonna happen. All right, hello, hi Instagram. So today my topic is drop the struggle and step into abundance. I'm going to be typing in the comment right now, and as you're joining, I'm waiting for people to join. Drop the struggle and step into abundance. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to pin this. Hello, hi Katie, thanks for joining. I'm talking about drop the struggle and step into abundance today. So I'm Melissa Sim, and this is going to be a really interesting topic for today. I did a live, I think about 2 weeks ago, and I spoke about this, about dropping the struggle and stepping into abundance. I called it a different name. And at that time, and actually I had like, hey, hi, somebody just joined. Thanks for joining. All right, you can see the comment there is, this is the live today for drop the struggle and step into abundance. So I hadn't done a live like about 2 weeks ago, and I was actually talking about along the same line, right? I was talking along the same line of getting rid of your limiting beliefs. And I gave like an hour training actually in my Facebook group. And I talk about how you can change your limiting beliefs and how you can tell a new story. And I actually I told about like, there are a lot of the like scientific evidence around there. So people like, oh, hi Sarah, thanks for joining. There's simulcasting you guys, and there are people who are joining from the Facebook group, and there are people from the Instagram. So I'm just gonna say hello. Say hi to me if you're joining, and let me know your name, because especially on Instagram, you guys are not having like the right name, so I can't really see what your name is. Oh, okay, that's Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna like take a minute to say hello to everyone. All right. Hey, it's good to see you, Sarah, that you are coming on. I'm on Instagram as well, so I thought I'll just do it on Facebook and Instagram at the same time today, in case I have to like re-record everything like the last time I did. Okay, so I'm going to dive into the content. I think we've got a few people. Thanks for joining. Sort of introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from. That'd be great. This is a continuation of the series. Hi, Maria. Thanks for joining. Is it Marian? Marian? Okay, Marian. I think that's Jetting. Let me kind of like just wave to everyone. Hi, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining this party. All right, so I had like a first series I was talking about, and I actually talked like an hour about limiting beliefs, right? And about really stepping into your abundance and how you can change your story. And that was in my group, and I spoke about scientific evidence to that. which is like Dr. Asaru Emoto, like that's his name. And he did an experiment about how after you have projected your thoughts, and if you are projecting your thoughts into water, and how that water crystal, after it has been transformed, it turns into a beautiful crystal if you projected thoughts like, I love you, you're great, I forgive you, like all that kind of stuff. And if you are also like projecting like really negative thoughts, it will also be like really, really ugly. Hey, hi Fariza, thanks for joining. All right, there are more people joining. I'm just going to continue because I can't keep saying hi to everyone, and then that's going to be like really interrupting. So yes, hi everyone, thanks for joining. Just introduce yourself, tell me where you're from, that'd be great. Okay, so I went into that, like the whole thing about how you can actually change your limiting belief and your story, and that was an hour live, and that was like very theoretical because I brought up a lot of theories to support the fact that this is true. Hi. I think that's Elizabeth as Jayanti Ravi. Thanks for joining. So, and I went into really talk about all that, right? So that's an hour live. It's kind of long, right? So today I don't expect to be doing so long because I really want to really dive into the second series about dropping the struggle and stepping into your abundance. And how do we do that? We do that by really literally, like I'm just going to dive into the content now. I'm not going to give a lot more of the practical stuff, like the evidence, the scientific evidence and all that, which is really all out there. And you can go and watch my 1 hour and you can definitely get that going. So the thing is, how do you do that restory, right? So the first thing is you have a lot of limiting beliefs around whatever it is that you are trying to achieve right now in your life. You have a lot of limiting beliefs around it. And you can definitely change the story, right? And so I'll be giving you some examples of that, what that limiting beliefs are. So my limiting beliefs, before I turned around in my corporate job, where I had closed like the biggest sale in the history of my company, my limiting belief was that I wasn't good at sales, right? It is just a story that you tell yourself until I changed that story, until I told myself that, hey, I am actually good at sales. And I had that story about how I am good at it, that I was able to close that sale in practically 2 months' time. Like it was track record because I decided in August that I was going to close the sale. I got rid of all the bullshit that I had in my mind around all these limiting beliefs that I couldn't do it. And within 2 months, I closed $1 million in USD, and that was recurring for 3 years. Like that was like the biggest sale in the history of my company. And it was phenomenal, right? It was phenomenal. Like it was track record. It was, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that I was able to close that. And so I wanted you guys to kind of like come in and tell me, what are your limiting beliefs, right? Like, can you just type that down and let me help you to restory that. Let me help you to restory your limiting beliefs, because I think that's really important. And there are so many limiting beliefs that are really in our minds right now. If you are an entrepreneur, you may be thinking it's really hard. It's really hard. I'm running like business is hard. Getting money is hard. Like that in itself is a limiting belief. And yeah, type down your limiting beliefs so that I can help you to transform that story right now. And you'll be surprised like what kind of story that you can actually transform, right? So from whatever it was to whatever, like a new story. I guess a lot of times, like you're always thinking that things are happening to you. And that if things are not going right, you always think that it is happening to you, like whatever that is that's happening to you. And so you may be thinking like, oh, I can't get, oh, hi, Joanne, good morning. Thanks for joining. So you are always thinking that things are happening to you. and you have all sorts of reasons as to why it's happening to you. But what I'm really trying to tell you is it is not happening to you. You have allowed it to happen. You have made it happen. Whatever shit that you're going through, if you're not having enough money in your life and you think that that is happening to you, it's not. You made that happen, right? I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. You made that happen. You kind of like caused that to happen. And why did you cause that to happen? It is because of your pattern, your beliefs, and your story, right? So yeah, just tell me what your story is, what your limiting beliefs are, and then we can do that transformation of that story. I think that's going to be important to be like doing some online coaching here so that you can like tell me what that story is, and then let me help you with that. So while you are typing that out, I'm going to do like a I'm going to do a demonstration, which I hope everyone can see. I'm going to like lift this up a little bit higher. So this is what it is, right? This is a crystal, and crystal can definitely transform energy. It does kind of pick up your energy. So it is pretty miraculous because it does. And I'm going to show you how your thoughts can really make a change in your life, right? And I'm going to show you via this crystal. Okay, it's going to be awesome. So let me show you this, right? And then you can start typing your limiting beliefs, because I think I'm going to show you something really amazing. I think Fariza has seen this before. I don't think anyone else has seen this before. So I'm going to tell this crystal, all right? I can't remember what this crystal is. It's a beautiful crystal. Hey, hi, Crystal Angel. Thanks for joining. Thanks for all the people who are joining. Okay, for all the people who are joining, I'm going to show you a demonstration. Hi, is it Kayline? Hello. I'm going to show you a demonstration about how your thoughts can change whatever story you have. Like your thoughts basically can change your life. Like that's what I'm trying to say, right? So I'm going to show a demonstration of that. So this is a crystal, and I am going to tell the crystal to move. Okay, so go around, go around, go into a bigger circle. A bigger circle. The fan is like really blowing my crystal, so it's not really going to a circle, but it is. Go into a circle. Go into a circle. A bigger one. A bigger one. A bigger one. Now stop. Stop. Okay, go up and down. Go up and down. Like faster. Faster. I wanted to go really, really fast. Okay, stop. Okay, so that was a quick demonstration, and you can absolutely do this, right? If you have a crystal, because crystal can transport energy, you can hold a crystal and tell it to go round and round. You can tell it to go up and down, and this is my proof to you that your thoughts can change your reality, right? If you can ask a crystal to move round, and if you can ask the crystal to go up and down. In fact, you can ask it to spin clockwise, anti-clockwise, whatever. All right, that's great. That's great. So that's fantastic, right? When you can actually do that. Crystal Angel, do you mind telling me your name? I can't remember your name. I'm so sorry. Hi, Lara. So yeah, so if you can tell your crystal to do like whatever it is that you want it to do, imagine in your life and in creating your reality, how you can transmit your thoughts, and that thought is that energy that will allow whatever it is that you want to happen in your life to come true. Oh, hi Candace, that'll be great. Thank you. So, which is why I really wanted, like, if you have this, and the only reason why you, like, okay, so this is what I want you guys to do, like those who are on Instagram and also those who are on Facebook Live. If you have a crystal and you have like some kind of like a, doesn't matter, like a chain or something, ask it to go round and round. Like I'm now moving it round and round. And if you find that you can't ask it to go round, or if you cannot ask it to go like up and down, it's really because you don't believe it. Like if you at any point in your energetic system think or believe that this is not going to happen, I don't think I can move the crystal, it is not going to move. I can guarantee you that, right? But if you go in and you said, I'm going to move this crystal with my thought, and I can actually make it move round and round with my thoughts, and believing that it is going to happen, it is going to happen. And the reason why I'm showing you this is exactly what you can do in real life. This is what you can do when you tell yourself that I'm going to bring in 30,000 this month. I am going to have a great relationship. Whatever it is that is in you. And the only reason why, let's just say if you say I'm going to bring in 30,000 this month, the only reason why you can't bring in 30,000 this month is because you don't believe you can. Does that make sense? So tell me, what is your story around that? Like, what is the story around whatever it is that you are trying to have in your life and that you are not able to achieve? Because whatever story that you have in your life that you think you're not able to achieve, oh, hi, Jayan. Hi, Bonnie. I can tell you for sure, it is because you have all these beliefs that are stuck in your body, that are stuck energetically, that you can't move forward. And I found it like time and time again for me to be true. I think I shared about like when I first started my online business, I was so scared, I was so terrified. I thought it's not gonna work. And I kept telling myself and I kept asking, is this gonna work? And I found that I had this limiting belief that I believe that entrepreneurs cannot make money, right? And there was this energetic stuckness inside me that made me believe that, because when I was small, I had like my father, I was growing up with my dad who was an entrepreneur. He didn't make money and I was so scared. I was just so scared that I would be like that. I would be like him. Like, I never really thought of that logically, but in my energetic system, I was actually believing that. I was believing that I can't make money as an entrepreneur. And the moment I was able to transcend that and able to believe that that's a crock of shit, like what am I talking about? Like, how could I even believe that I can't make money as an entrepreneur when there are obviously tons of entrepreneurs out there who is making tons of money? And so I need to shift that belief. And how do you do that is really to look at your limiting belief and change that story. And so if you have a limiting belief right now, type that in and just let me know what that is so that I can help you to change that story, right? Okay, so while I'm waiting for people to type like whatever your story is, and so that I can actually help you, I'm going to go into the second part, right? So the first thing is really your limiting beliefs and how you can change that story so that you can get into like a better story. We're all about our story. It's really what it is. It's really a story. And I know it sounds simple, but it's really hard to do. Like, we have all these horrible stories around why we can't do something, and we're always stuck in that energy. And I want to tell you this, right? The only time when you can change the story, when you can get rid of your limiting beliefs, the third step is really important. Did I say the third step? Yes, it's the third step, right? So it's getting rid of your limiting beliefs. It is transforming your story. And I think the most important step, really, I think it's crucial, is making that decision. You need to make that decision that you want to transform your story. You need to make that decision that something is going to happen and that it is going to happen no matter what. So I still recall when I was like going into like doing that, like trying to get into that sale, trying to make that USD 1 million sale that I was trying to close. I was like, okay, so for the 2 years that I was trying to close the sale, I was just like, okay, I need to close the sale, I need to close the sale, I need to close the sale. But it was more like a wish. It was more like, yeah, it would be nice if I close the sale. I think it's great if I close the sale. And until to the point where I kind of like make a decision, and that was like, damn, I am going to close the sale. No matter freaking what, I am going to close the sale, and I'm going to close it in September. That was in August. I'm going to close the sale in September. And that was so ridiculous because I've chased the sale for 2 years, right? So when you look at your reality, when you actually look at what is happening and you start believing in your reality, you're going to be disappointed. And if you follow the reality, then whatever it is that you want to call into your abundance is not going to happen because you're looking in the physical reality. And I think some of you may have heard of this before, but I'm just going to say this because I think some of you haven't. And thank you for all the people who are joining. So for those of you who haven't heard of this before, it was like at that time when I made that decision to close the sale, and that was in August, I actually went to see the owner of the company, and the owner of the company actually told me that I'm not going to be making a decision to buy this in September. Like, no way it's going to happen because of the fact that I'm going to, like there were some other deals that was happening, and because some other deal was going to happen, that was only going to be in October and November. And so he wants to only buy it in October or November. And he has been telling that story like for the past 2 years, like he's always shifting the date, right? And so in August, when I decided that I was going to close the sale, he was telling me exactly the same thing. And you know what? At that time, my energy system was so high. I was in such high vibe, I didn't even believe him. And actually, it was Fariza who pointed it out to me that it was just amazing. I just didn't believe him. I did not believe what the owner said. Like, can you imagine that? If you get into a situation where you don't even believe your reality or the reality as what it is, then you've got it. Like, you have got it. Like, you are basically going to get that. And it's about really feeling that in your body. Like, you feel that in your body, you're going to get it, and you decide that you're going to do it no matter what, no matter freaking what. And so it doesn't matter. Like, even when the owner says, it's not going to happen, I'm not going to buy it, I didn't believe him, I don't care. And I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, I'm going to close the sale in September. That was like, no matter what. Like, even when the owner who is going to buy it says no, right? And of course, at the end, the other thing is, of course, I do the work. Like, I make sure, like, I have a plan. I, went to see the people every week, like my stakeholders every week. I work on it. I work really, really hard on it. But it wouldn't have mattered that I worked really hard on it if I didn't first believe that I was going to do it, if I didn't first decided that I was going to do it, right? So I'm going to look at the comments. Giant said, life is not easy. Life is hard. I'm in pain. I deserve to be in pain and suffer. I can't be happy and thrive. It will always fail after a while. So I fail always before I start because of that. So Giant, I have a very interesting thing for you, like that you may want to consider. What if it is easy? Like, just play with it, right? Play with it. So what I would like to suggest is you tell a new story and you say this to yourself, not just to your head, but in your heart, and feel it in your body, and go like, what if it's easy? What if it's easy? What if it's easy? Keep asking until it goes like, oh my God, what if it's easy, right? And I want you to play a game with it. Like, okay, don't take it so seriously and don't say life is not easy, life is going to be hard, life is going to be pain. Like, tell yourself in the next week, like if you can't even think of it doing in the next month, just tell yourself that in the next week, I'm going to pretend that life is easy. I'm going to say, what if it's easy? And I'm going to tell myself, life is easy, right? So do that, because once you shift into that mode, you're going to find, trust me, you're going to find that in that week, right? Just during that week, you're going to find that things are going to fall into place and things are going to be easy, because you have just decided that it's going to be easy, right? So you can ask the question, what if it's easy? What if it is, right? Like, really, what if it is? If I tell a story that is going to be hard, what if that story is not true? Change the story. How do you change the story? You ask the question, what if? What if it's easy, right? And I've got this epiphany myself, and it's so strange that you're saying that, because on